Well, my wife came across her father's copy of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and posted up on our kitchen wall. How do we stand for our rights and freedoms when we don't even know and understand them? I really began to think about this. We are not unique in not truly knowing our rights and freedoms. This is where the idea came from of making the Freedom Passport. It became my desire to get the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms and Bill of Rights into the hands of every Canadian. Something tangible and portable that they could carry with them, refer to and give away to family and friends. Something I wanted every household to have. I also added a page to the Freedom Passports for people to write a personal message to a friend or a loved one to whom they can gift the passport to. Our Freedom Passport mobile app allows individuals to compare the rights and freedoms found in their country's constitution or charter to other countries around the world. We have 34 countries so far and are adding new ones regularly. So, individuals can compare and contrast the rights and freedoms of their country with those of another country. The future of the Freedom Passport is simple: getting everyone to know their rights and freedoms and not just take them for granted. Remembering all those that gave their lives for the freedoms we have today. We know our national anthem. We should know our rights and freedoms. Thank you so much. It's been a 2-year journey and it's been exciting. I want to thank everyone here that have picked up the Freedom Passport, and many of you that have shared this, given it their friends and their family. And our goal is moving forward to make sure that every Canadian has one of these passports. On top of that, where my relationship came from was pressing a donation button with Rebel News. Not only did I press the button and donate, but I brought a relationship together that we're here after 2 years together in celebration of some amazing person, Tamara Lich, which you'll meet later tonight. So as a collective, what is our goal? Our collective is a goal, all of us, is to make Canada the most amazing, unique place in the world, in the planet, for people to want to come and live, raise a family, be able to worship freely, right? And get a good education. So, where Freedom Passport is going is we've moved into now a mobile app. With that mobile app, you become a premium member. I'm bringing in all the countries of the world. Right now we have 34, adding new ones every month. And what that does is allows people from all over the world to be able to compare Canada to the United States, Canada to Russia, Russia to Ukraine, North Korea to South Korea. But most importantly, it's continuing to educate everyone of what their rights and freedoms are and to stand for them. And tonight we're here to celebrate, to party, to have a phenomenal time together. We've all done our part. We're all here doing unique things for Canada, and we're gonna have a really, really good time. So as a collective, what is our goal? Our collective is a goal, all of us, is to make Canada the most amazing, unique place in the world, in the planet, for people to want to come and live, raise a family, be able to worship freely, right? And get a good education. So, from this, I'd like to show you 2 more videos and really get on with the show tonight. Here we go. Thank you.
Oh, hi, everybody. Ezra Levant here from Rebel News. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person because of family reasons, but boy, I bet it's just a great time today. You know, I had the pleasure of hearing Tamara and Dwayne Leach play last weekend, and they're amazing. Such energy and passion. Tamara's a woman of many talents. Who knew? I mean, we all got to know her through her patriotism and her grace under pressure, and frankly, to have been unjustly punished and imprisoned for 49 days and still have that positive and patriotic outlook on life is just incredible. We support her, and you are supporting her by being here today. I'd like to say a special thank you to the Freedom Passport folks. What a great idea that is. A way to share and remind people about our legacy of freedom. It's a rare advertiser with Rebel News who shares our deep values, so special thanks to them. If you want to help support Tamara Lich at her ongoing trial in Ottawa, you can do that at the special website helptamara.com. By the way, any donations to her legal fees, well, they're tax deductible. You get a charitable tax receipt. We think that this trial is going to vindicate her, and through her, vindicate and validate the entire Freedom Convoy. Thanks again, and enjoy the concert.
And now, Tamara Lich.
I used to be somebody that loved Canada Day. It was one of my favorite holidays, and it was always important to me to take my kids down to the activities or to the fireworks, and I lost that over the course of the last few years, and I think a lot of Canadians did.
There's a difference between being free and being free indeed. It's one thing to talk the talk, and it's another thing to walk the walk. When they find out how much it costs you to really be committed, most people walk away.
If you had a dissenting opinion, you were disvilified. And the convoy and myself is a prime example, you know. We start this convoy, we're advocating for peaceful protests.
They like the idea of freedom, but not the reality of freedom, because freedom is a messy business. Freedom is a messy business.
We're called racists and misogynists and white supremacists and terrorists and insurrectionists.
Justin Trudeau declaring a national emergency now.
There are no people in the world that became free without struggle.
Well, they created this whole narrative. All the evidence that came out at the inquiry, and you don't hear any of it.
Freedom is a messy, radical, flamboyant business.
It was total chaos, you know, and we pulled up on the hill and there was thousands and thousands of Canadians and flags and smiles and hugs and tears. It was so beautiful. You know, we saw that it was growing really fast, so we're talking about safety and peacefully protesting. And, you know, if you see people that are being threatening or acting aggressively, they're not with us. But the messaging that we were hearing back from the media and the government, we were just a bunch of insurrectionists coming to rape and pillage.
They don't just give you the advantage of freedom when they have enjoyed the advantage of your entrapment.
I've lost my job. I've lost my freedom of speech. I've lost my freedom to communicate with my friends. I have a daughter that I don't want her to be seen with me.
But after 2 years of lockdowns, forced masking, and vaccine passports, is there any democracy left to threaten in Canada?
When communist countries do this, when dictators do things like this, freeze assets, go door to door, put people in prison for peaceful protests, we speak up.
We are with them all the way.
You can tell
Having your bank accounts frozen,
what you're made of.
This is a form of fascism going on.
being thrown in jail.
You can tell
Because this unlawful activity has to end.
what you're made of.
Being denied bail.
We should start with the democracy that is under threat
You can tell.
right next door, a place called Canada.
You can tell.
The government also intimated that it was being funded by Russians. So if it wasn't Russians, it was MAGA Americans.
what you're made of.
They couldn't pay mortgages.
Just taking bank accounts. Like, people cannot believe that happened, and certainly not that it happened in Canada.
What the convoy did was really reignite that Canadian spirit and again showed fundamentally who Canadians are.
But just the way he labeled those truckers as racist.
It's hard to overstate the historical significance of what we're watching right here. The Canadian Trucker Convoy is the single most successful human rights protest in a generation.
You gotta be strong enough
To be confronted with the inherent violence of a swastika flying on a street corner or a Confederate flag.
What the Freedom Convoy really showed people was that the democracy is an illusion. There is no democracy here anymore. You have God-given rights and freedoms, and know them and understand them and fight for them and advocate for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the helper who organized the Freedom Convoy 2022, Ms. Tamara Lich.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Thank you so much. Wow. You can't make me cry because I still have to sing some songs. I don't know if you know how hard that is to sing and cry at the same time. Thank you so much. Wow. It's so great to be here, you guys. We have been so excited about coming to do this for a long time. Daniel asked me months and months and months ago if we could come and play here, and I said absolutely. Because one of the things that brings us together is music. You know, and it just seems so fitting to me that after the unity that we saw happen in Ottawa, you know, that we can come together and do something like this and celebrate together. And it's another just part of me that I get to share with you. So definitely have to say a big thank you to Daniel and Giacomo and NewWorldSon, who we get to play with tonight. Wow. And obviously, thank you for all you guys for coming. I know Rebel News is here. Well, I'm not sure where they're at, but they're here somewhere. And they've been very amazing to me. They've helped me write a book. As you know, the Democracy Fund is helping us with with my legal fees for my criminal trial, which goes into day 28 on Monday. 28 days to try and prove mischief. I think this has got to be the longest mischief trial of all time. I'm pretty sure it is, anyway. And of course, before I go any further, there's a couple people in the audience that I definitely need to acknowledge tonight that were with us on the ground in Ottawa. And of course, you know, we didn't really know what to expect when we got there. I knew or felt, you know, as these donations were coming in, and it was like $1 million, and the next day they're like, bump it, it's another $1 million. Wow. Canadians donated over $10 million twice in less than 8 weeks, by the way. Yeah. Fringe minority, right? But it was just so, I mean, the support that we had, and even in that, and I remember saying to this gentleman, you know, this was never about the money. This was the statement behind the money, and that's what scared them so bad. But back to my point. I think the number that I was told was there's approximately 138,000 lawyers in Ottawa, or sorry, in all of Canada, and we had a couple of the best ones that showed up in Ottawa with us, stood beside us on the ground. And the reason I bring up the millions is because, you know, I'm thinking this is great, but every time I have to bump it up, I'd get a little bit sicker because I thought, when you start talking about millions of dollars, lawyers are coming. In this case, it was good. If I could just have Keith Wilson stand up, please. There he is. Yes. He's been a great friend. He's been an amazing lawyer. He has done this from the good of his heart. He's sacrificed just as much as the rest of us, and I'm just, thank you, Keith. And of course, his lovely wife, Donna. And then speaking of our civil suit, it just so happened that our lawyer from the JCCF, who's representing us, because we're getting sued for $406 million, James Manson is also here from the JCCF. They're heroes. I remember always hearing these nasty jokes about lawyers, but I don't get it. I mean, I think they've been fantastic. Oh, wow, I don't even know where to start. I'll try and give you guys, I thought what I'd do tonight is, before we play you some tunes and we start rocking, I'd give you a little bit of an update on what's happening with our trial. I'm not too sure if you've been following along. So far, I'm very happy to report that the Crown has now closed their case against us. And all the evidence that they've produced so far has been extremely helpful to us. So that's good. Yes. I've seen a lot of videos of me saying, please be peaceful, respect the police. We're going to follow the rule of law. Nobody's coming here to be violent. And I guess that's all they got. I don't know. If that's mischief, then I guess I'm a mischief maker. Proudly. So as I said, we're going into day 28, and I can honestly tell you that I never saw this coming. You know, we started this thing, seems like a lifetime ago, you know, and in the back of my head, you know, after I'd reached out to Chris Barber, I thought, you know, maybe I'd start a GoFundMe and we might raise about $20,000 and, you know, get a couple of trucks to drive to Ottawa, and they could stand there with their signs and then get back in their trucks and go away or go back home. And clearly that is not what happened. And thank God for that. You know, we were totally overwhelmed, because if you think back to the 2 years before then, it had been so dark. Just dark and desperate times. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I think about something that happened a few years ago, it's like I forgot those 2 years even happened. It's like they've been completely erased. And the one word that we heard the most as we came across the country was hope. That's the number one word. The second one we heard was pride. Because Canadians, it's gonna make me choke up. Canadians were proud to be Canadians again. And they had hope, yes. Thank you. But you gave it to us. And therein lies the irony. Because we were all in the same boat. We were all feeling that way. And then we started getting these messages, and people started telling us their stories. And I don't know, but I would love to find out how many tears were shed on the #1 highway by the most biggest, burliest truck driving men you've ever seen. But it was a lot. It was quite an emotional time. So they wrapped up their case. We're gonna go back in on Monday. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm positive. I feel positive. I don't feel like we have anything to worry about, because I do truly feel like we're winning. Yes, we are. And we have, you know, the Supreme Court cases that are coming out, overturning Bill C-69, and the straws, the toxic plastic straws that actually aren't toxic. So there's lots of reasons to be hopeful, in my opinion. And even though sometimes I know that we're being bombarded with a lot of things right now, that's how I feel. And I remember saying to Chris as we were driving across Canada, I said, you know, they can't let us succeed here. This protest, they can't let this protest be successful. Because if we fall here, it's gonna, everyone in the world's, and it did actually, you know, in hindsight. I mean, I think it was the most successful, peaceful protest of all time. Polite, just like Canada, right? That's who we are. Mm-hmm. But I remember saying they can't let this succeed, because if we succeed here, I said, well, we don't know what we're walking into, Chris. We could be arrested. We might get shot. I mean, we're from the West, and we think all those people up in Ottawa are crazy. So we didn't know what was going to happen, right? And it's ironic because for someone, I've only been to Ontario like one other time in my life, but I've spent more time in Ontario, I think, in the last 2 years than I have in Alberta. Which is fine because I love it. I fell in love with Eastern Canada, I can tell you that. And that was one of my most profound moments, was when we saw all the support that we were getting from the Québécois. Because if you know my story, you know that before all this happened, I was on the board of directors for a Western Independence Federal Party. We built a party from nothing. And so my first big epiphany was finding out, I think on day 3, I was still sitting on my kitchen table organizing, and I found out that Quebec had 1,000 trucks ready to go. Yeah. And I was completely overwhelmed. And my first thought was this has all been a lie. All this division that they've been pushing was a lie. There is no East Canada versus West Canada. There's just Canada. And I think one of the first photos I saw was actually a Quebec man with the Quebec flag and the Alberta gentleman with the Alberta flag shaking hands. I mean, for me, that was a really big deal. That was one of the most profound things I'd ever seen. The second epiphany that I had was coming through Manitoba. And so imagine, if you will, we're driving across Canada, and we thought, we didn't know what to expect once we crossed the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border, because we legitimately thought the closer we got to Ottawa, the less support we would see. But boy, were we wrong. We came through Manitoba, and I've never seen crowds like that before. And I looked out my window, and I saw a First Nations, a couple of them, ladies, dancing and drumming in their full regalia. But standing beside them were about 4 Sikh gentlemen. And standing beside them were Hutterite ladies with their children holding thank you signs. And beside them were nuns in full habits. Canada! It didn't matter what color you were. It didn't matter what your income bracket was. It didn't matter what God you worshiped. It didn't matter where you lived in the country. We dropped the labels, and for the first time in a long time, we were just Canadians, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Because that's the Canada that I grew up in. And so I guess I'm kind of rambling on a little bit here, but so we're going back into court. Obviously, I have to also thank the Democracy Fund, as I said earlier, who is funding my criminal legal defense. Yes. Thankfully, I'm very lucky. I mean, I can't imagine. Before this trial started, I think the quote was, or the estimate was going to be $300,000. $300,000? So to have organizations like the Democracy Fund there to help people like me and to stand up for people and their civil liberties, the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. Yes, these guys are helping not just me and Chris, but there's others too, the week after our trial, Bern Buchert, you saw the Mandate Freedom on the video. Bern Buchert's trial starts on December the 4th. And we got Chavez coming up. He's from Windsor, and we've got the Coots boys back home, They need all kinds of help. That would be nice. I'm sure that day is coming. As sad as it is, it's not great because this is our country, but all those things I find that they said about us during the convoy, like how terrible we were, and we were taking money from foreign entities, and we were being infiltrated by the Russians, and all this nonsense, right? But you know what's happening is it's all coming back to them, and that's karma. They got caught taking money from Beijing, the Trudeau Foundation. We have this big Chinese interference thing that's going to happen. I don't even know when. I guess they'll get around to that when they get around to, you know, what. Mischief is very important. Mischief must happen right now. But if there's a foreign government interfering in your government, it can wait. It's not mischief after all. So, I mean, just thank God for organizations like these that are helping us. And so I would strongly, strongly encourage you, if you know anyone that needs help that we don't know about, because we want to make sure that all these people get looked after. The one thing that I've always said, I'm so blessed and I'm so lucky that I'm being helped, but there's lots of people that aren't, that aren't being helped by these organizations. But Chris and I always said, no one gets left behind. Nobody gets left behind. So we have to make sure that we're helping all of these people. And I have no doubt that we're going to win. You know, I really do. I've never had any anxiety about this trial, which is kind of weird. Because my joke is, like, I've never even been in Facebook jail before the convoy. Never, not even had a suspension, a warning, nothing. It's funny how life turns out, isn't it? Where was I? Yeah, anyways, no one gets left behind, and we really have to make sure. I think we're winning. I feel like we have God and the truth on our side. I think it was actually, yes, thank you. I think it was actually Keith Wilson that said to me one day, and here's an example. We're at the inquiry last fall. Brenda Lucky comes in and she's got this massive briefcase. Christia Freeland gets up with a big messy binder full of notes, and they're all coming up with, you know, duotangs and notes. And Keith Wilson said to me, the truth doesn't need a binder. Haven't had to use one yet. So, without further ado, we're going to play some tunes here for you tonight. I hope you love it. My husband, Dwayne, so graciously is also here. Yes. He's been absolutely outstanding. I'm so grateful to have him. He's driven back and forth across Canada now for me. I don't even know how many times. Thank you. Yes. I'm very lucky. Okay, so we're going to play some tunes for you. I believe there's going to be a little bit of an intermission. I definitely want to come out at some point and meet some of you. I've had an opportunity to talk to you, some of you already. I don't think you quite understand how much it means to me and to any of us from the convoy to hear from you and hear your stories and your experience. I mean, that's what this was all about. This was the most Canadian thing I've ever been fortunate enough to be a part of. And in the video, I know I said I stopped going to Canada Day and I had stopped taking my kids, but I'm like the first one there now. Make Canada Day great again. I never have any problem finding my microphone. It's always the shortest one. turn it on. That always helps.
Thank you. We shot a movie once in my hometown. Everybody was in it for miles around. Down at the Speedway, some kind of Elvis thing. Well, I ain't no movie star, but I can get behind anything. Yeah, I can get behind anything. Let it out, let it all out. Hey, stretch that thing. Make it last, at least until the supper bell ring. Well, the taxi driver locked in the rhythm, never like to stop. Throws the passion, man, something just to aim on. Well, sometimes the faster it gets, the less you need to know. But you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna flow. When you blow it hot dough, when you blow it hot dough. Woo! Baby, I feel fine. I'm pretty sure it's genuine. Makes no sense, but I'll take it free anytime. Whoever fits her usually gets her. It was the strangest thing. How'd you move so fast, yeah, into that wedding ring? Well, sometimes the faster it gets, the less you need to know. But you gotta remember, the smarter it gets, the further it's gonna go. When you blow it hot dough, when you blow it hot dough. Down at the Speedway, same Elvis thing. Well, I can catch her, but I can get behind anything. Yeah, I can get behind anything. Further it's gonna go. When you blow it hot dough, when you blow it hot dough. Hey, I blow it hot dough, blow it hot dough. Down at the Speedway, same Elvis thing. Johnny boy. Woo!
Is it a requirement that you have to wear sunglasses when you play a saxophone? I'm just wondering. I could have been a contender, but my
truth. You're better off being naked with death. You're better off naked with regrets. You're better off making with your truth. I'd still put my money on you. I'd still put my money on you. 'Cause kid, you've got heart. By the gun, by the bullet, by the trigger, by the time. I could have been a contender. By the last drop of blood that I can squeeze in my pride, I'm gonna be a contender. By the gun, by the bullet, by the trigger, by the time. I could have been a contender. By the last drop of blood that I can squeeze on my pride, I'm gonna be a contender. Thank you. All right, y'all can help me out with this one. I'm pretty sure you're gonna know the words. Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost a minute of sleep, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning. I said, proud Mary, keep on burning. Rolling, 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 rolling on a river. I said, rolling, 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 rolling on a river.
everybody, come on. Come on, freedom fighters, put your hands together. Let me hear you. Now let me ask you, well, tell me everybody, you believe in love? Do you believe in love? Yes, I want to know if you believe in love. Tell me you believe in love. Don't let them change your mind. Say that love is gone. Love ain't gone, it might feel that way, but it's been here all along. Tell me everybody, you believe in love? Do you believe in love? Yes, I want to know if you believe in love. Tell me you believe in love. Don't let it change your mind. Tell your love has had its day. Love's come back, it's alive and well. No matter what the people say, Leroy. I want to know if you believe in love. Tell me you believe in love. Don't let them change your mind and tell you that love's a breeze. Love ain't breezy, it's a howling wind. I knock a man to his knees. Yeah. You can come right up front if you want to dance. Don't be shy. Come on now. Take it there. Now watch me. And I said, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. Well, come on, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. I said, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. Oh, yeah, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. Yes, I believe in love. Come on, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. I said, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. Oh, yeah, everybody, do you believe? Yes, I believe in love. Love is the reason why we're here today. My friends, my fellow freedom fighters, love for this great country. Can I hear you? Love for our countrymen. A love that transcends politics. A love that's so radical and big that they can't report about it on the mainstream news because they don't know how to spin it. Johnny, this is John Irvine on bass. Say hi to John, everybody. I got something I want to say. I'm going to need you to help me out right here. It goes like this. are you ready? Let me hear you play. Yeah. Well, I was a sailor, I was lost at sea, under the waves before love rescued me. I was a fighter, I could turn on a thread, but I stand accused of the things I said. Now when love comes to town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town. Hey! Juke joint, I heard the guitar scream. Notes were turning blue, I was dazed and in a dream. As the band played on, I felt my life turn around. That was the day when love came to town. But when love comes to town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town. When they crucified my Lord, I held the scabbard when the soldier drew his sword. I rolled the dice when they pierced his side, but I've seen love conquer that great divide. And when love comes to town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town. Hey! Town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town. Leroy Emmanuel on guitar. Leroy, let me tell everybody a little bit about you. Mind if I give you my pocket biography? I'm in trouble now. Leroy was born in Atlanta, Georgia, but he grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Right across the river from Windsor. You lived in Detroit for the formative years of your adulthood. But you moved to Canada. Well, there you go. You lived in Detroit and Windsor. But you've been living in Canada for how many years now, Lee? How many years have you been living in Canada?
Permanently, 45 years.
45 years.
Before you guys were born.
Leroy, I wonder if we could do a song that pays tribute to the Motor City right now. What do you think?
Okay.
A song that would be appropriate for the times.
Well, it's got to be Marvin Gaye. Because Marvin Gaye was a good friend of mine. I knew him since I was 12, 13 years old. We grew up together. And the greatest thing, in my opinion, that he ever wrote is a song called What's Going On. Yeah. And I think that song, Marvin was so far ahead of his time. Motown, he went right over their head. They didn't have a clue. But Marvin was into what's going on right now. That song is about, and that album is about right now.
Amen.
And Marvin was there. I was there. I'm on the deluxe edition of that album myself, and I'm honored to be on something like that. But however, I'm glad that Marvin wrote something like that because that's a song that will be here forever. And if anyone appreciate Canada and appreciate people like yourselves, is me. I appreciate you. That's why I moved here 45 years ago permanently here in Niagara Falls in the Niagara region to be with you because I knew now I know who all the real party animals are. Okay, what's going on? A one, a two, a one, two,
sing it,
three.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way, got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Yeah, yeah. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate, no, no. You see, war's not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way, to bring some loving here today. Yeah, yeah. Picket lines, sister, and picket signs, sister. Don't punish me with brutality. Sister. Come on, talk with me, sister, so you can see what's going on. What's going on? 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 Everybody thinks we're wrong. Whoa. But who are they to judge us? Simply cause our hair is long, yeah. You know we've got to find a way, to bring some love in here today. Yeah, yeah. A picket line, brother, and picket signs, brother. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk with me, so you can see what's going on. what's going on. Thank you.
Oh man, we can't just do one.
Huh?
We can't just do one. We gotta do one more. We gotta do
Okay.
one more.
Well, you remember a group called the Temptations?
Never heard of it.
Now all these guys like Marvin Gaye, Temptations, Four Tops, Diana Ross, Gladys Knight and the Pips, these are all the people that I grew up with.
All right.
And I saw them almost every week, every day in the studios we were recording, never knowing that these people would be so famous. And during that time, I was doing stuff with the Funk Brothers, but I was also playing with a guy named John Lee Hooker. I was his lead guitar player for a while. I played with Albert King, all these kind of guys growing up. But the Temptations was one of my favorite stand-up groups, and David Ruffin and I had a band together, and he left our band to join the Temptations. And I was pissed off until I saw him on TV, and I was happy for him. So, however, there's a song called, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. How about that?
I know you wanna leave me. I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, please, for your sympathy, I don't mind. 'Cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg. Sweet darling, don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Now I heard a crying man was half a man with no sense of pride. If I have to cry to keep you, don't mind weeping. If I keep you by my side, ain't too proud to beg. Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Sleep by your doorstep all night and day to keep you from walking away. Let your friends laugh, even best I can stand. 'Cause I'm gonna keep you in a way I ain't too proud to beg. Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud to beg, hey baby, oh don't leave me, girl. Woo-hoo. In the pit of my heart, it is daily growing more and more. Not ashamed to call, plead, baby, baby. If pleading to keep you from walking out that door, ain't too proud to beg. Please don't
girl. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Ain't too proud to beg, hey, baby. Oh, don't leave me, girl. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. On Broadway. They say there's always magic in the air. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, the glitter rubs right off and you're nowhere. They say the ladies are something else on Broadway. On Broadway. But looking at them just gives me the blues. 'Cause how you gonna make some time when all you got is one pen dime? One pen dime won't even shine your shoes. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway. On Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus, go home, they all say. They're dead wrong, hey, I know they are. 'Cause I can play this little green guitar, and I will show them I'm a star out here on Broadway. On Broadway. Out here on Broadway. On Broadway. Out here on Broadway. Come on, soul. On Broadway. They say that I won't last too long on Broadway. On Broadway. I'll catch a Greyhound bus, go home, they all say. They're gone, I know they are. 'Cause I play this here guitar. I will show them that I'm a star out here on Broadway. On Broadway. Out here on Broadway. Out here on Broadway. And I'm walking up on Broadway. Got my guitar in my hand, don't you know? Come on. I'm gonna do hey, everything, ow, everything I can. I'm gonna get down on this Broadway town. Oh, I'm gonna get down out here on Broadway. Don't you know that I'm walking? I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm a walk, and a walk, and a walk, and a walk. Oh!
Thank you. Now, since we don't want to hurt nobody, I thought you might be apropos right now to just bring the temperature down for a second. I'm a professional, folks. And I want to play a song right now, one of my favorites, written by Curtis Mayfield back in the 60s, to see if you recognize.
People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith. Hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. Now, people get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. I said faith is the key, open up the doors and board them. There's room for all among those loved the most. So people get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith, hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. Cool notes, Dixon, play some saxophone. Daryl Dixon on the saxophone. Cool notes. There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the kingdom throne. So people get ready. Well, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on. Hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket, you just get on board. Play something sweet now. Come on.
Before I play, I have to say, if you don't know, he is the way. And if you just got a little chill in your neck, that was him letting you know that he is the way. So let me see what I can play on Daniel's sister's flute.
get ready. People get ready. You don't need no ticket. Just get on board. All you need is faith. Hear the diesels humming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. You don't need no ticket. Just get on board. You don't need no ticket, no. Just get on board. Before they lay me down in that grave, I gotta let them know how they can be saved. Let the works that I've done now, let them speak for me. Help me out, John. Let the works that I've done, let them speak for me. Let the works that I've done, let them speak for me. Before they lay me down in that grave, I got to let them know how they can be saved. Let the works that I've done, let them speak for me. Now let this life that I've lived, let it speak for me. Let this life that I've lived, let it speak for me. When I've done everything that I can, even if my friends, they don't understand. Let the works that I've done now, let them speak for me. Come on, Leroy. Speak for me. Let the works that I've done, let them speak for me. Before they lay me down in that grave, I got to let them know that they can be saved. Let the works that I've done, let them speak for me. Now bring it right down for a second, band. May my life be my message. Not the words, not the political affiliations, not the virtue signaling, not the billboards, not the bumper stickers. Let the works that I do speak for me. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Walk the walk instead of talk the talk. Because we got a lot of people that like to clack their beaks right now. Talk, 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 talk.
Let my life be my message. Let the works that I do the talking. You know what I'm talking about? Now, band, when I raise my hand, I wonder if we can take it a little bit higher. Leroy, when I give the cue, can we take it a little higher? Come on, freedom fighters, can I take it a little bit higher? Can we take it a little higher? Shout toes, can we take it a little higher? Can we do a little higher? Little higher? Little, Let the works that I've done, don't let them speak for me. Let the works that I've done, let them speak for me. If I get to stand before my God, I want to hear him say, humble servant, well done. Let the works that I've done, yeah, let them speak for me. Let the works that I've done, yeah, let them speak for me. Let the works that I've done. Let the service I give, let it speak for me. You know what, man? I think everybody wants to hear the blues. I think there are a few people in here that want to hear the blues, and it's gonna mean a lot more coming from you than me. What do you say? Are we gonna do it?
All right. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. How many people out there like the blues? I don't like the blues. I don't. I really don't like the blues. You know why? Because I got to live the blues, you know. I got no choice but to live the blues. But however, blues is not a bad thing. At least one thing I can say about the blues, among all the other songs and other music, it tells the truth. The blues tell the truth. I know, because I played with a lot of blues guys, and after they finished down in that bottle of whatever they were drinking, they started telling the truth. And there's always in a blues. Now I got this song, I wrote this song years ago, watching TV in Germany. I do not speak Dutch. So I'm watching the TV in Germany and I'm just flicking until I came up on a channel that I understood. It was called the CNN News. It was in English. So that was the only thing that I could watch, and I sit there and my guitar is never far from me, so I grabbed the green machine. I said, we're gonna play some rock and gonna play some funk. And my guitar looked at me and said, no, you're not. You're gonna play the blues. I said, why? He said, I was sitting here watching that station just like you, buddy. And I got the blues. So we're gonna play the blues. So anyway, I come up with this song. It's called the CNN Blues.
I love you, brother. I love you, Leroy.
It's not about the station. It's about what's going on in the world, like right now, is what all this freedom is about. We're trying to get free, not from the government, we're trying to get free from the blues.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell you like it is. I grew up in it. I know. Anyway, the CNN blues goes like this. Just the blues goes like this.
Another year's gone by. No, I can't believe another year's gone by. Oh, it's cold outside. I got snowflakes falling from my eyes. Homeless people, nowhere to lay their head. Yeah, homeless people, nowhere to lay their head. Yes, they're sleeping in the streets. Got no food, got no bed. And I lost my baby. And I'm celebrating a heartache. Lost my baby. And I'm celebrating a heartache. Don't know what else to do. Oh, how much more I can take now. Sitting around and I was watching the CNN news. Yes, just sitting around and I was watching the CNN news. So much trouble in the world. That's why I'm standing here singing the blues. Yes, but I'm here to tell you, whether you stand, slip or fall, I'm here to tell you, whether you stand, slip or fall, there's a holy one they call Jesus, and he's coming for us all. Whoa, 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 yeah.
One more time for Leroy Emmanuel.
Thank you. CNN Blues.
You don't have to put your clap. You don't have to put your hands together, but it feels pretty good, right? This is your chance. You want to get up now.
There's a train leaving from Calvary, and it's going Salvation Station. There's a train leaving from Calvary, and it's going Salvation Station. We're gonna jump that train. Gonna jump that train. Gonna jump that train. Oh Lordy, gonna jump that train. Gonna jump that train. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. Yeah. City, leave it all behind, 'cause where we going, they don't take that kind. We're gonna leave Sin City, leave it all behind, 'cause where we going, they don't take that kind. We're gonna jump that train, gonna jump that train, gonna jump that train. Oh Lordy, gonna jump that train, gonna jump that train. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. Yeah. And can you see that black coal smoke? Can you hear that old whistle blowing? Salvation Station, that's where we're going. We're gonna jump that train. Gonna jump that train. Gonna jump that train. Oh Lordy, gonna jump that train. Gonna jump that train. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. Yeah, yeah. Wait a minute. I need you to help me sing this. Ready? Come on, saints. I said, if we put our hands together, can we get the drummer to... Can we get the drummer song? Can we get the drummer song? Get the drummer song. 2, 1, 2, 3, get it. the sky. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. We're gonna reach Salvation Station in the sky. We're gonna reach out.